Hello and welcome to another Chief Multi-Hat stream. Really appreciate you being here. Basically today I like to do some art, as I guess you would call it art. Converting some of my I can't say it, icons, iconography, into more of the hand-drawn type art style that the rest of the game is in. So I'm just trying to recreate a few things and see how it goes. That's what we're working on today. So what I'm doing here is, you'll see a group of my side pictures and such. So I'm trying to convert those a little bit, just to have a little fun. See how it goes. I hope your day's been going well. Things that you plan on getting done got done. Not, I hope that they come to fruition. Right. Wait. On a suggestion. Would you mind doing? update the old. Excuse me. What's it? Hello. And now the cat. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Glad to have you on the stream. Doing a little bit of programmer art here. Trying to convert some of my let's see if I can get a hold of this. Actually, on my some of my icons. Okay. I was thinking the J was a little bit of a silentness. Meow the cat. Awesome. But yeah, just kind of converting more of these pixel arts into more of a fluid art in the style that the rest of the monsters and such are. Just kind of experimenting with it and see how it looks. I may not do this. May not use it. But no idea what I'm doing. Trying to draw glass. Illusion of glass. Oh yeah, we'll have a little bit of fun. Ultimate scuff, really. Yeah, basically when I started, I think I was really bad. I had to reawaken my 8th grade art skills. Now I need a Oh, no problem. Oh, not too much of a showmanship, but, you know, just kind of chilling, listening to some music. Drone music, I guess, if you want to call it that. Just kind of roughly putting something in here. Sculpt it out. Nice. So you're starting to work on your game full time? Although a few months ago, finally got the chance to pop by before going for my game. Oh, so for my stream, basically, I'm just streaming some my game development, just for fun. Figured if I'm going to do some sessions working on the game, I would just stream it, kind of catalog it. If those are interested in that sort of thing, you know, tag along. You can ask questions, answer questions if I can. Just, but mainly just do work and kind of show the game as I make it. I program by trade, so my actual job is programming, software development. I do software, enterprise level software development, and I also have a hobby as a software developer. So I like to program and mess with things. And I've always been wanting to make a game, and just always kind of made games, but not really fully made one until I realized, you know what, I would like to make a game or two before it's time to expire. Absolutely. I could take a break from art a little bit, kind of show the game too. If you had a chance to take a look at that yet. He said this is the first time I had a chance to really come onto the stream. I can do a little demo. Well, Jay Hein, appreciate your follow. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're in MS Paint, folks. Mainly, I use MS Paint just because something I've been familiar with, and I kind of want to get things to work, and I need to spend time learning things like GIMP and a couple other types of software. But, you know, once you start working on stuff, you just continue to do it. You keep working with it. Yep, absolutely. I'm not sure if I like what this looks like, but we'll keep. Yeah, I'm just basically, like I said, just not really, won't be streaming, well, I might stream some of my favorite games, but not really content, not seeking to just to make content, really. I'm just trying to share what I'm doing with software development side, or the game development side. And currently I'm working on some more art for the game. This is, game is Dungeons of Treptera. It's a dungeon RPG crawl, retro style. Why you kind of get these color tones. I'm doing some retro esque. I think I got so. Last 5 games. Well, Dungeon and Treptera building. I've been playing Dungeons and Treptera. Archers are not included. It's basically what I'll play, or RimWorld, or that's about it right now. I have sim games. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that at all, but awesome. I suppose if I really went out there, probably Diablo 2. Played some Diablo 4, but kind of felt. Right. Let me get this to work. Yourself? Do you game quite a bit yourself? This is the game I'm working on. Basically, it's the Dungeon of Treptera. It's a game that's basically a web service game, meaning the web server itself is the game host, and then you use the browser to play it. So it's not your traditional like using Game Studio or different things like that. But it's basically a website, and then the game engine, game rules are built into that website, and then I use the just regular Razor pages. That's a Razor web page, and yeah, it delivers you the content that way. So you're all over the place. You like RPGs, RTSs, and FPs, yeah. Turn-based, rarely. Sure, yep. No stealth or puzzles. Just go in there and awesome. Yeah, no problem with that. What you say is you're a connoisseur of minigames. Cool. Well, let's see. RPG. This would fit as, yeah, it's an RPG. Turn-based, essentially. Yep. And it's loosely based off of your standard dice roll type rules and such. At the beginning of the screen. The Yep, it is an RPG. Yeah, a little bit of a story background. If you go into your welcome center, it tells you about the game. I need to start building. We'll be building in kind of a story on the side, but mainly it's go into the dungeon and fight monsters, get stronger, type of thing. Some of the screens I'm currently working on is rebuilding the guild hall. So, and also the entire game is built more toward be fitting on a portrait mobile device, standard sizes. So that's why it's in the center of the screen like this. Once I get that working and then test it on basically a general mobile, I don't have all the mobiles to test it on, but with that, plan to Maybe make some adjustments and make it look a little bit different, maybe a little bit wider on desktop, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, basically most of your RPGs, you get to build, you just go create a character, pick a name, do all kinds of things like that. And in this case, I'd rather have the game hook you up with a adventurer that's time-based. They come at your guild every so many minutes, or every 5 minutes or something like that. Turn the game down a little bit. Five pushes per death. Yes. You like that kind of that slightly unforgiving RPG where you do your thing, and then if you die, you got to start over completely, or do you rather have save scrum or? Oh, yes. In this particular game of mine, your characters could expire, and you have a chance to bring them back, but you also have a chance of losing them. But you have usually a party of 6, and you should kind of build up a roster, kind of keep them up a little bit so that you aren't losing a lot of progress. You won't necessarily lose progress as in, what you've explored in the maze and things that you have, but you may lose your character or a character. So think of them as a little bit of expendable. So I'm re-plugging in all these buttons. Right now they don't do anything. I need to have it remove them out of, for instance, here's all the, I think I have it set to 25. So at maximum, you're going to have 25 spawned in characters. And they can be either cleric, fighter, wizard, or thief with various capability. And you could train them, which basically means you get to re-roll those stats. The more you re-roll, the more luck you use up, a hidden stat. So you could make the perfect one you want, but then you don't have any luck. And what will luck do? Well, there's certain parts of the game that makes it more interesting if you have luck, especially when it comes to escaping death in the dungeon. Not a guarantee, and it's a soft restraint. It's something you shouldn't necessarily worry about losing, but I'm just trying to give it a point where I don't want you spending hours trying to create your character. Just get a general idea of what you want. Go ahead and start playing it. But you can play it however. You can get items in the dungeon that's going to affect your stats and things like that. So it's not like you could start off with superhumans at the beginning, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best all the way through. So yeah, these have come in random basically. Got my fighters, mages, my thieves, and then your guild roster is the ones that you've accepted from there, where they just stay and wait. And basically you add these adventurers to your various parties that you create. It's kind of the standby. In your active parties, this is the party, excuse me, that you're playing currently, and they're in the order that they are, marching order. So you have positions 1 through 6, front lines and back lines. And basically, overview of what they currently have as armor and weapon, and any items that are on them. You could shuffle them back to the guild Or you could just outright dismiss them if you so choose. Maybe they perform poorly and you're just tired of them. Give them names. And then you can have multiple parties. Like I have a test party called the Doomed. Oh, I'm looking at the Doomed. And the Doomed have very, very random stats. So you could have 3 in intelligence. That's quite low. And I've been actually got to level 7 of them already. Oh wait, level 3, right? So yeah, I'm working on the character management portion of the game. Right now I haven't fully expanded. I'm gonna make it so that all these you'd click on, expand, and it'll show you those adventures that are in either Seeking Fame, ones in the guild roster, and then the ones at the active party. You start a new party charter by just clicking your party charter, and you give it a name, and you start adding characters to it. Yeah. So your main screen, basically you're in town. You can go learn about, inspect your characters a little bit more deeply. Also gives you information about, okay, well, what is stats? What do they do? What are weapons? What are armor? What are abilities? What is your iconic roles? The winners. What are your special roles? And then, yeah, you can reorder them by just clicking their heads, switching them around. Or you hit stats, and then that's where you go in, and once again, you get another place where you can see the stats. For Snout, which was I was working on his placement. Well, here's the bigger character of what that looked like. This is what it looks like if I shrunk it down. I was trying to see if that that style of art would work. Oh, this is basically the dungeon. And you go through that. Right back. So yeah, now you're in the dungeons. And with that, you get kind of this 3D view of the perspective of your party. And you can move through that by clicking above, down below, left or right, which makes you move forward, turn right, or turn left, turn right, and then turn around. You just navigate your maze. So move forward and move forward like that. Now, right now, one of my characters is detecting some danger approaching. So what happens if you could do that is you get like a certain amount of warning if they ever receive it at all. And if you're lucky enough, you can get this last warning, which is even harder to detect, is basically saying you're about to be attacked. The next move, you're going to be attacked. So what you could do is you can inspect, let you know that Sir Hugs is still engulfed in the wave of voting. So let's say we go to a spell, we go to one of the clerics, we'll pick Enhance Armor. And then Bob will go in and some blessings. And then you hit ready. And everyone's affected. So you got some armor and got some blessings. And then you can go back to exit the inspection. Kind of you're about ready to go to battle. So now if my next move, Going to battle. Looks like we got some encroaching stench. These are undead zombies here. So if there's more than one group, you'll see the groups here, and you'll have to pick which group you want to attack. You could spread your attacks across multiple groups if you wish. Right now we got 2 out of 2 of total of 2 left. So I'm going to start off with assigning everyone to group 1. Everyone's going to fight. And then I think, from a previous battle, I noticed that my Thor is still slightly hurt. That was my fault. I should have went to the end before coming into battle. I think he's going to be okay. Alright, so let's do some wizardry. Click on the spell book. Click on the one of the wizards. Ouchie the mage will cast Firebolt 1. And then, if ready to battle, just click battle. Goes through and gives you a rundown of how the battle occurred. You'll get to see, yeah. Alright, so it looks like we got Thug's dagger punctured a zombie for 4. Ouchie got his fireball off, or not fireball, sorry, firebolt. 6 damage. Help Me's club hit him for 2. Bob's club hit him for 2. Zombie's decomposing fist, who smacked Thor upside the head for 5 damage. And then Sir Hug responded with another dagger. Thor then another dagger. And then the zombie then gives him a slap for another 5. So basically, yeah, kind of a little fisticuff here going on. Looks like no one's dead, so let's go take a look at it. Got some half-beaten characters. That's all good. Let's get our clerics into a job. Spell again. Click on our clerics. Pick a lesser heal. And let's pick Thor. And our other guy will do the same thing. Lesser heal. Give Bob. Everyone else, now he's on parry. Let's have him cast a spell again. Firebolt. And let's go to battle. Ouchie is quick. Got that firebolt off. Got some lesser heals going off. Wow. Let's see here. Thor got healed for 6. And then he got hit for 5. So that was good. The zombie has received mortal wounds. That's good. We have 1 out of 1. 1 left and 1 still active. So we'll just click on the fight. We'll just click on everybody who's not fighting to make them fight. And then we'll go into battle. If this is too slow, you can always hit the finish button and then it'll finish the log real quick. Yeah, so that gives you the battle details of what happened. Successfully dispatched some monsters, get some gold and experience. Things I'll be adding to this point would be opportunity for treasure chests or just getting more treasure, puzzles, and even traps. Alright, let's head back to home base. So, turn around. Alright, so immediately you notice I'm once again engulfed in a wave of foreboding. That just happens. So we're going to move forward 1. Ooh, red slimes. Let's see, we got some half-beaten 16. That's okay. We'll just have everybody start attacking. Still have the armor and protection from the last battle, so. Ooh. Red slime's tendrils are burning us. Because they're burning, we have extra damage. That extra damage can take time. Basically, at each end of each round, depending on how powerful the spell is, you'll take more damage. And your characters will have the abilities to do that as well. Alright, I think. Alright, Thor's half-beaten is probably not as bad as Ouchie's half-beatenness. He's... Alright, let's do some spells. Some healing. Lesser healing. Mr. Ouchie here. Oh, the cleric will do more healing on thugs. A wizard, I'm gonna have him do a spell called sleep. So get those guys to go to sleep. Alright, here we go. Oh, not a critical here. Resistance to spells. Got some of them to fall asleep. Oh. Poor Sir Hugs. Got slapped upside the head for 7 points of damage. Critical even. You guys are kind of tough. Alright, now Thor is in fact getting more toward the worse for wear range. So let's see if we can get him. The rest will fight. Actually, curses. Right. Firebolt. Okay, there we go. I shouldn't be saying 0 rounds on you to fix that. Alright, what does that mean? It means they have a harder time of doing damage and hurting us. Right. Out of the 5, 2 of them were available. Means we still have 5 alive, but 3 of them are asleep. Just everyone fight. Right. Right, missed. Okay, finally, that slime is picking some mortal damage. 4 mortal damage. Right. We'll just do fighting again. Oh, this works. Yeah, basically this is a good chunk of the game. Ouchies. Not as fire, so as thugs, but Sir Hugs and Thor are still burning. There we go. Question is, can I make it back? Spec. Spell. Oh. That's right. Heal. G. Bob. That's right. Actually got healed for 5. That's good. Or only got 4. Okay. Spells we got 1. 4. Top. I like those early phone calls. Still taking. All right. All right, we made it back to town. We can get some rest. Right, let's go to rest and recovery. Rest for a day. Need a little more healing in a day, so let's go for more rest and recovery. Let's go for. There we go. Everyone's all up good. Yeah, so you go to the boar snout. Basically, it's your inn. I'm McLeod. I certainly appreciate your time being here. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, when I see you on, I try to catch your stream as well once in a while, so great. All right, you have a good one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was working on some art. I continue. Oh, certainly. I've only really been streaming, oh, you're already sliding off the shadows, no problem. Yeah, actually, I've only been streaming for about 3 weeks. Started off a little bit heavy just to kind of get things going and worked out. I'm still scuff. But, with the, need to get a schedule kind of going at some point. That's pretty awesome. I've had this account for like a long time. I used to stream without even knowing it was working very well from when Minecraft used to have direct streaming right to Twitch. Just turn it on and go. So I set up an account and I was doing that. And wasn't even trying to be a streamer. I was just broadcasting the game. So it's been a while. You do. That should look shit. color. Yeah. Subtraction. Blended in. Oh, hello, Mosta. Good to see you. Yeah, lurk away as much as you want. We was doing some programmer art today. Maybe do some coding a little bit later. Trying to convert some of these icons into more of that softer draw style. Oops. Oh. Horrible. I need to learn better tools. Hopefully, it's like it's a whole piece of wood. That's This will look 80. Oh. No. Take a weather. Might come stream, depending on the weather. We'll see. Putting in the shadows first. Base. Probably in the wrong category. I should start. Oh well. Hey, Tran. You sneak in here. How's it going? Welcome to my Scuff stream. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm just doing some programmer art. Trying to see how it would look replacing some of my icons. Oh yeah, I know. How you doing, Brent? Awesome. Doing a little bit of mock-up here. I'm kind of looking at just do some of these changes here. Trying to see if it'll be worth doing all this work. I like the icons. Well, let me give you the tour of the game here. Got time. Let's see. Oh, not too loud or anything? Hopefully not. Perfect. All right, so this is basically the. Just give me a second. Yeah, so this is the wow, voice. Well, not the whisper, I guess. So, this is the beginning screen, basically describing, hey, this is an alpha, and a little description of, hey, it does use a cookie to play your game, but you know, just basically stores the name of the save file on your computer. There we go. This is the splash screen. Got the beautiful town of Treptera. Basically, this is your town. With that, you have the Welcome Center. Try to put in some help buttons anywhere you need some help buttons to kind of describe what each area is about. That's a little more instructions there. So I'll wait for the title music to go away. All right. So essentially start off characters. If you're adventure, if you're in, you're gonna have your guild hall, place to sleep and eat, place to buy weapons and armor, magic weapons, magic, it's potions and items, your character's resurrected or other special needs, configuration of the game, and then of course going back into the dungeon. So we'll basically start off with go to the Adventure Guide Center. You don't have a party yet, it'll tell you need to make a party. But you have essentially this is the place you can go talk to you about, you know, the types of character stats, the weapons, what they do, what the armor does, your abilities. You have 4 iconic roles: fighter, cleric, thief, and mage. And then you have the more specialty roles of Sage, Wizard, Minstrel, Ninja, Paladin, and Wilder. A Sage is kind of a combination of Cleric, Wizard. Wizard is more of a Conjurer, Enchanter. It also summon creatures. A Minstrel is your basically your Thief Cleric mix. They sing. Ninja is going to be your Thief, a little bit of Mage. That's your clandestine elite force type in the shadows. Paladins, of course, your stalwarts of the Celestial. And the Wilders is kind of a combination of Ranger Barbarian. Don't have the advanced roles in quite yet, but we're working on that part. Got the first ones. Yeah, so Fighter, Cleric, Mage, and Thief. Let's go up here. You can reorder your party by clicking on their heads. They'll flip around. You want to see your stats of your characters. See what's going on here like that. I'm currently working on Guild Hall. Essentially what happens is a character shows up every 2.5 minutes, random. Mage, Thief, Cleric, Ninja, or not Ninja, Mage, Thief, Cleric, and Fighter. As you go, discover things in the maze, things like that, unlock different things in the game. You get access to the higher level characters, and with those, you get to go in, and they might show up recruitment. Turn on my headset. So yeah, I'm in the process of reconnecting up these buttons, so I don't have any functionality. But essentially, yeah, you go in here, you can retrain, which re-rolls the stats. The more you re-roll, these are full-on recruits. Right now, they don't do anything. You either train them up. If you train them too much, they lose all their luck. But but then you'll get precisely what you want for the stats. Luck will come in handy when certain kinds of events in the maze will occur. Luck will be helpful, and also if you die, you won't die and get like 1 hit point instead. It's kind of a balance. I didn't want something not trying to min max, but at the same time, I want to have a little bit of fun with it too. So yeah, they just come in with basic equipment, and if you want them, you hit recruit. They will pop into the guild roster, and then the guild roster basically this just holds them for you to then put them into parties, or you could dismiss them at any time. Now when you create a party, you go down and create a new party, give it a name, and then you add up to 6 characters from your roster. Now right now I have the Doomed, my test party. There's 6 people already here. Normally what would happen is if I didn't have, say I only had 3 people in my party, then I could either just say add from the guild roster or directly from the, it's kind of like that, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like your old retro classic RPGs. I mean, it's a lot of, if anything, it's kind of close to wizardry, but yeah. Yep, you can pull people in and out. And I'm kind of hoping to kind of do something like that, because you probably want to have a couple parties trained up, and some areas it won't necessarily mean your level of your party is so much important as to what they're going to do. You might want to swap out a party for some special things. So yeah, I could have multiple parties. I have my bucket kickers, which is actually a created group. 2 cleric. Wait. Oh. Yeah. So yep. I'm gonna go back to the Doomed, I'm testing with them. So yeah, once you get your party set up, you basically go into your forest snout. Yeah, so essentially that's what you could do is you could bring in one newbie, train him up. Yep. although you wouldn't want to get them too far ahead. So this, since you're basically the general manager, you're the guild master of the guild. So actually, all gold is pooled. So anytime you go into a party, you use the same gold pool. So I need to work out that a little bit. Like maybe limit how much the party can actually take with them at a time, things like that. So that way, yeah, one party can earn all the gold for another party. So in this one, you actually don't have starting gold. You get starting equipment, and you have to earn the gold. Oh yeah, once you got gold, then. So here, yeah, you have your classic rest and recovery. How long do you want to recover? Basically describes the different levels up here. So time does pass for your characters, but I don't really make use of it quite yet. I'm still working on that. Yeah, this is like the old wizardry where you could like just create junk parties and grab their stuff and delete them. Yeah. In this game, probably let's see what we can do. You don't get to start with gold, so you'd run the people out. You do some fighting, get some gold into it that way. But once, like right now, I got 9,000 gold, and I could equip the next party at level 1, premium stuff. So I'll be working out the weapons. Not only do they cost gold, but you got to be of a certain level to have the weapons, and of certain classes too. So I'll be putting restrictions later. Right now, it's wide open because I got to test everything. But yeah, you just basically rest the day, for example. Get certain amount of health back and mana back. If you get certain kinds of diseases, the only way to actually heal is just spend time in the inn. So you might have to spend just have that create a healing party, and then just take that party into the inn and have them sleep for 6 months. Food and drink. You pick who's going in to eat. Pick your hearth roasted animal flesh. And what this will do is that this will give you hidden stats, or it might tell you what it gives you directly. This gives you like 15 rounds of strength, or 30 minutes of strength, things like that. Gives you bonuses and such. You could find certain monsters, bring them back, and the chef will cook up special meals based off some of the monsters that will unlock certain temporary abilities that you could then use as part of the storyline. Or you might not be able to get to a certain level unless you have the blessing of something. And the only way to get that is to have a meal. And also to pick up quests or different jobs at this place as well. Basically sign a contract, you pay money for a time to make money. I try to theme all the music to all the different activities. Got the smith here. Pick your fighter, go into weapons. That'll tell you what's equipped, and then what you can buy. And then of course I got the javelin is the aerodynamic long pointy stick, wobbles slightly, but hits the mark. The great sword is a mighty blade, mainly good for clean limb lobbing. Different things like that. The dart is for discreet tastes, a diminutive form of a spear, single hand use. So you gotta have interesting descriptions of all your various weapons. The whip is a very good attitude adjustment, confinement, and painful welts. Right. Do the same thing with armor. Pick, person. Buy your armor. This green is what's available. Yellow means you could wear it, but it's not going to be good for you. Red means you don't have enough gold to buy it. And you can sell the equipment if you have any. None of these guys have extra equipment. That's fine. But yeah, you get your weapons, armor, sell your equipment. Arcadia is where you go learn spells. Oh, let's see. Help me. Having a minor heal. Ooh, I've learned it. Nice. All right. Level 2 spells now. Minor harm. Purchase the spell tome. Successfully mastered it. Good. Let's see. Bob. Bob has not mastered the heal and will need to remaster it. That's great. And I'll buy minor harm. He was able to yep, he learned harm. And ouchie. Get a firebolt too. Not mastered. Okay. So what happens if you don't master it? I mean, you bought the tome, you read it, you studied it. It's just not forming into your head. So either by random chance of sleeping in the inn each night, you have a chance of having an epiphany and learn the spell. Random chance in the dungeon, or you could spend some gold and spend some time and actually learn it. But if you like to play at the seat of your pants, you know, learn it on the fly, we can do that too. So if you want to research mastery and remediate your failed spells, these two have failed spells, so click on Bob and level 2 remastery. It worked. Ouchie. Yeah. There we go. And now everyone knows spells. Right? Gnarled Root. This is where you get your various potions and things. Deworming kits. Once again, you just pick a character, and depending on the class, you can get different kinds of items. Potions for everybody. Clerics can use salves, and oh no. Hope it's not too small. So vials is the basically magic hand grenades. Alright, let's head in. So before you head in the dungeon, click this question mark and it gives you a quick information about, you know, have 6 members, you know, give them names, have basic gear, full days of rest, so all your spells are mastered. If you don't do any of this, you're probably going to die. And then give you a quick review of your characters. And you go into the dungeon. This dungeon, basically just move around. At the top, move forward, turn around, right, rotate right 1, and rotate left. Every move is a round. Always a chance of getting monsters to attack you and things like that. Alright, inspect. Armor. Change out your weapons if you have anything. Change out with, click through your characters like this. Same thing, armor. Change things out. I don't even have any extra things to change out. Spells. These are only beneficial spells. Like, you know, do maintenance spells here. And set up some abilities as well. Camping basically is rewriting this as well. Camping allows you to sleep in the dungeon. You set up who's going to be a guard, and the more guards you have, the less chance you get ambushed. And then sleep at night. You sleep in rounds. Get your health back. They don't get us back as fast, and so you run the risk of getting ambushed. But it is in a pinch. It's good. All right, let's move forward. Yeah, got a 30 perspective. Hunter. Right, ruffians. You get an overview of who's doing what currently. Here's your group. You assign. There's multiple groups. You click on which group you want to attack. Give a quick assign. First of all, start with everybody having a going to fight. Then you can do your specials. Click on the spell book for spells. And mage. Do a sleep. I'm gonna do a firebolt too. And my cleric. I'm gonna do enhance armor. And my other cleric. I'm gonna do a hold. The other two. Okay, I'm gonna go to abilities. And on my thief, do a shadow attack, and then we'll just see what happens now. So cross fingers. You could set up how fast this scrolls for you. Okay, so what we have here is you have your round. Initiative is ran. Dexterity helps with that. It's ran every time, every round it occurs. They go in order. That mixes between the bad guys in your party, and you can pick the groups that you attack, but you don't necessarily attack directly. Pick those. You don't pick specifically who to attack, at least not yet. I think some of the higher level characters will have some abilities to specifically target characters. And yeah, this gives you an idea of what's happening. Speed it up. Make sure no one died. And then at the end of the round, any spells that give conditions will then go into effect that round at the end of the round. So if I had the firebolt 2, it does initial damage, but it also will cause them to be burned. If they're successful, they don't save against that, then they will have a continual effect of being burned. And if I put them asleep, or if I hold them, then they will be held. Additionally, it'll tell you if they're still held or not. That's what happened at the end. Right, ready? Okay, so what we have is there was always 2 total. Because we have 2 left, so we haven't killed anybody yet. Or got rid of one of them. And because it's 1 instead of 2, that means one of them is incapacitated. So now we're just going to go ahead and look through everything. Looks like we don't have too much damage. Still have armor blessing. So we're going to go ahead and hit fight. And just pick on everybody. Hasn't fought. Tell them fight. Have everybody fight now. Actually, I'm going to have those passport spells. Firebolt 2 again. 2. Thug was able to attack from the shadows. Did 5 vital damage. Killed 1 guy. And now they're done shadow attacking. And Riffraff was already affected by burn. Got affected again, so it was fortified. It doesn't matter, he's dead. There you go. XP and some gold. Rinse and repeat. Magical. I think I'll just have everybody. Oh. Or thugs. Alright, what's thugs is worse for rare. Yes. Alright, well, we need some healing. That's right. Minor heal. Thugs. And yeah, we'll just keep fighting. Yeah, thugs got beat in. Oh, there is a worse. It'll say actually it does say death's door. Right. Looks like we have one. Death's door is knocking loudly. Is it Dragonware? Let's inspect. Okay. So yeah, this is available on Treptera.cmhgames.com. Do make updates every so often, so I mean it's still very alpha. If you don't mind that, you can always play that. Oh, it's like Angband or something like that. Mind of Moria. Bob is engulfed in the wave of foreboding. Oh. Yellow slime. Spell. Mr. Ouchie, do some sleeping. Immediately electrified. Alright, well, I was able to sleep him, but the yellow slimes went nuts and shocked everybody. Everyone got shocked. Ouch. Alright, let's see what's left. Alright, all the slimes are asleep. Everyone's battered. Alright, let's see if we can do some damage control. Fight, no. Spell. Let's do lesser heal on Sir Hugs. Do lesser heal. I guess the other maid or other 4. Alright, there we go. Oh, he's not doing parrying still, so let's have him cast spell. Firebolt. And let's go with the abilities. Have Thief, Wood, Shadow Melody. Alright. Nope. Then you can cheat by hitting the finish button like this. And then you can read what happened. Sir Hugs has been shocked for... Ow! Let's take a little damage. She'll need to kill herself. Rest up. Fight. Fight, fight, fight. Oops, I made her fight. Kill her. Kill herself again. Right. Yeah, so you can also see the if I click on say fight, click off. Gives me everybody. I can also take a look at or shocked, shocked, shocked. Like it, or shadows. It's in the shadows currently. So this will give me an idea what's happening already. Alright, battle. Yay, final dagger. Wounds. And that nasty. Yeah, I forgot these yellow signs. They get some pretty good zapping. That's the after effect. So once they affected them with basically electrocution. Right. Get some gold, mate. Makes it. Okay, what I don't have, I was gonna need another button here to status. I don't have a way to see how it's hurting. If I move, we're still getting damage because we're still under the effects. Oh, this will take forever. Back. No longer shocked. Okay, finally. Conditions is now wore off, and they're no longer getting shocked. It's over. Oh, it's 15. Obnev. Major. Right. You know what? I'm gonna inspect. Spell. Have Bob do enhance armor. Right. Exit. Now. There we go. We can start the battle with some extra help. Oh crap. Sir Hugs is in the half-beaten stage. Start everyone fight. Do a minor kill on Sir Hugs. Minor 4 spell armor. Wow, that kobold just right out of the gate stabbed the crap out of Thor 2 times even critically. My goodness. Build. Check. Yeah. There we go. Puncturing of the pike. A1. Yay. Just half dead. Oh. Maybe not. Right, spell. Oh. What? Minor heal on yourself. Right. Good spell. Right. If I remembered how to go back to the beginning, which I don't. I'm lost in my own maze. I mean, I made the maze, but I'm lost in my own maze. Oh, I was lucky. Oh, not yet. All right, put it down. All right, we'll go to the Adventures for Cadence Hall. Hit stats. It'll tell me my experience levels. Ooh, I got to level up here. I'm gonna level up. All right. So, you can go here to get information without leveling up if you don't want to. Otherwise, you can go right to the guild hall. Get level up music. So help me increased by 1 and is now level 4. 22 hit points. And Bob has increased by 1 and is now level 4. Oh yeah. Yeah, you get a little different music if you level up. Go back and then it's just guild hall music. This is the temple. No adventures are found needing any services and stuff. Expired party members may decide not to return to this mortal realm, or their condition may be too grave for life services. CCSE cannot be held responsible for accidental chimera creations, mummification, or disintegration of fallen friends. All services paid up front. Yeah, basically you pay a patronage, and then they use that to influence how well they perform their. So yeah, basically, I mean that's most of the game. I have, the game I have right now. It's a matter of adding more weapons, adding more armor, adding spells, adding abilities, more monsters, and then it's working out 10 levels of dungeon. Then adding some of the money making capability, like the quests and different things, and then the story, and then there'll be a underlining storyline system that basically you follow. There's a storyline with it. So making the game so then I can actually make the game. Switch over to dev. Cool. So yeah, today I was basically I've been working on some graphics. I'm kind of changing out my icons. I don't know. I kind of like the draw stuff. I'm kind of comparing what it would look like if I had the drawn images. So yeah, I have on the stream basically just randomly going through all the monsters and kind of rotating the images through them. The game is at treptera.cmhgame.com. cmhgame.com. I need to do an update here shortly, but yeah, like I said, it's still alpha, so it might need to do some scrolling around depending on where you're playing it from. And, you know, it's not perfect, but it kind of gives you an idea to play with it and such. What it does is it will, when you first visit it, it does ask for like an alias or what you want to call yourself and email address. You don't have to put either one in there. Well, you can put a fake one in there if you do. What it really does is it stores a cookie session key on your browser. Clear your cookies, you will lose access to the account. If you use your email address, tell me what it is. I can retrieve that for you, you know, later on. But other than that, it just, yep. Yeah. I also have most of the editors the admin editors online. So if you'd be interested in at some point, if you wanted to build maze levels or things, there's that capability. Oh, that's okay. A lot of this is non-software. It's just configuration screens. But I'd have to set you up for that. Conversely, for the release of it, you could also get the game yourself and run it locally completely too. And if you wanted to host it, you could host it and have other people play it. Set up your, yeah, that was sort of I created a whole web service that went out and downloaded my FTP, my world. It read all of the world files and then generated a topological map, top-down mapping of height, as well as the top layer of the map. And then through services, I was able to query my server and in real time map out little heads everywhere on the map. So you can actually see on the website a live update as to where people are on the game. Now, it's kind of fallen out of behind in the versions. I would maybe get back into it, but yeah, I had a whole thing there. Yeah, I think they fixed that since then. Oh, I mainly play the Java version of Minecraft. Well, I say mainly, it's the only one I play. Wow. Yeah, that's usually how you play. It's always level 4, you know, hard uh, and survival. Yeah, I have a lot of my old worlds saved, and I once in a while I convert them up into the recent version. And what's interesting is that when you get into your old server, you have, you know, when you first start playing Minecraft, you start going into places, you get incredible nostalgia. I mean, just ridiculous amounts of nostalgia. It feels like you're visiting an old, like your old home or something, or some really long time ago grandparents' place or something. Just, oh yeah, I remember when we used to do this. We had no idea what we were doing. Everything's cobble. Everything's wooden swords. It was great. You know, it was great. You know, a group of us were playing. You know, we'd build out our mine shafts. You know, make them look like they're mine shafts as we're going into the ground looking for stuff. And we didn't have keep inventory on. We had like stations where we get so far down in, we would build out a station of chests and put in equipment and food. So we'd have like waypoints and beds. And one night we had like a horrible infiltration of our castle. A lot of dying. It was great. And then their ability to play the game outweighed the easiness of the game, and it becomes like that. You know? Still, though, I like that open sandbox stuff. Get a little bit into the stuff. Nice. Yep. So being in survival and, you know, the old way of getting the spell books, things like that, took forever to learn things. And we I'm in diamond armor, I'm in diamond pickaxe, and we're working on the put water over lava, get obsidian, then you straddle it, right? So you break the obsidian, grab it, and put another bucket down, so you can keep mining lava essentially. It screwed up, and I fell in and sealed the. I fell in while it was putting the water in by accident, and I sealed the obsidian over my head, and here I am. I'm stuck in underneath the lava, yelling, and my friends are frantically, because we're playing the game, but then now we're infested, and they're all on you know, what, teen speak back then. We're all like, oh no, help! Get him out! Get him out! I can't get out! No, not like this. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to pickaxe the stupid thing from underneath it. You know, of course, it's so slow, and they're trying to, you know, they didn't have the right pickaxe to get the obsidian broken. Only I did at the time. And just died. Underneath sealed lava. All my items. All the diamond armor. All the good stuff. That was difficult. Yeah, I think we went to keep inventory. But once you go into keep inventory, it just kind of kills the game. You gotta have some risk. Although some people can't handle that at all, so. Yeah, because I had the since I had the website integration of my game, I was working on the ability for it to create scenarios where it would spawn monsters and stuff in waves. And if you were to hold onto a stick that you named in the anvil a name, then every 10 seconds my website would check if you held the stick. If it did, it would teleport you. If you named your stick the waypoint name, it would teleport you. And then I figured out with functions in Minecraft, you can go on the website and set up waypoints, and then you could download the function and then set that up into, well, actually it would import the functions into my server, so then I could basically, you're given an item and the item is programmed to teleport you, and I was using in-game functions to do that. So it would start off as you're holding the item, you would see the blue, the green pluses float around you, and then it would turn into purple as you disappear. So people know you're teleporting. That was fun. Kind of playing a little vintage story at the moment. Yeah, I forgot another game. When I asked earlier what kind of games I'm playing. Well, Auction Not Included is usually my top game I play. Really like Auction Not Included. Auction did not include. Like 4,000 hours in it. Ridiculous. Nice. Wish I could find our, when we went to college, we made Clint Eastwood Doom, Pulp Fiction Doom, Monty Python Doom. Replace all the sounds in some graphic. Ended up not playing the newer version of Doom much. Except for the one that came on PlayStation. I think my son played that. I didn't get a chance to play it. This part's becoming pretty jank. On the PlayStation? That sounds familiar, but maybe. Nice. They want to abandon this idea. I don't know. When you see use the icons or the pixel art than it is this art. I'll keep this for the monster. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might do it. Oh, absolutely. But, suppose you dip them in a paint solvent and start over? Or you just paint over them? Yep, strip. Well, certainly appreciate you stopping by. I think I'm gonna, just for night, I think I'm gonna end the stream. Maybe pick up tomorrow or Wednesday. I haven't got a schedule yet, but I'm gonna at least try to do it every other day or something like that. Anywhere from 8 to 10, I usually start in the evenings. And oh, absolutely. Like I said, the alpha is available if you want to poke around with it. But it is definitely alpha, if anything. Once I get some of the screens rewritten, hopefully get that done soon. I can get back into the building the actual monsters and such, coming up with the different levels and things, and building out a level that should be good for, like, level 1 players, level 2 players. Basically, there's 10 levels of the maze. There's 20 levels of character. Should be every 2 to 3 levels of player should be going down 1 level of maze. Is the kind of the idea. 100% beholden to that right now, but and the monsters will scale to a limited fashion to your party's abilities. But they will cap out. Excellent. Well, I certainly appreciate everyone who's either still at the stream working. Appreciate being here. I'm going to go and wrap up the stream. I'm getting more actual programming night. Next couple of nights, do some more of that. And I probably actually have more things to talk about. When I get in the art zone, I just basically let the music go and paint away. Cool. Well, thanks everyone. Appreciate it. Everyone have a good evening, night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you may be.